Welcome back to the Comic Book ASM Artist. Today we're doing another comic book haul. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I also have other items to show off as well. It'll mix between showing off the books. And I hope you enjoy this little orb here. I'm trying something a little different just to kind of add ambience. Some people have mentioned candles and things like that. But I love that this is, it's safe to have my comics around, and it provides a nice little relaxing strobe here. It does have sounds and music. I don't want to do that for this video, but it's something I'll explore for future ones as well. So, first of all, we have Amazing Spider-Man, number 850. And, as you can see, this is a rather large issue. So I'll do my best here to show off all the different artwork. And I'm actually behind on my previous reading too, so I see like Juggernaut here, and I don't know why he's here or anything like that. But yeah, I'm continuing to look forward to reading Spider-Man right now. This is pretty much the main event. There's a nice Chadwick Boseman tribute in there by Brian Stelfreeze. Really nice with a little write-up as well. He certainly was a great actor and a good role model. And here's some different art here. I think there's 3 different artists in this issue. And we see Juggernaut still kicking in the story, so he has to, geez, look at that. He has to play a pretty important part. Here's another story too, and I think this part is more like a short story in the back. The rest seems to be like a cohesive story. This seems more like an offshoot here. So it looks good. I'm looking forward to that. So, of course, if I've got Spider-Man 49, I have to have Spider-Man number 50. Nice cover here by Gleason. Looks like he's doing the interiors too. And yeah, this right here, this is the Gleason I know. My introduction to him was a very grotesque Joker in the Death of the Family storyline, where he had his skinned face he put on upside down when he woke up Damian Wayne after he got kidnapped. So I'm used to the more twisted work of Patrick Gleason. there's another nice tribute on the back. This one by Bernard Chang. And they all acknowledge on the front there. So it might be different on all the Marvel books. I haven't looked. Next we have the Immortal Hulk, number 38. So I think this is Bruce here reading Paradise Lost as a child. I'm really enjoying all the spiritual and internal undertones in this Hulk series, mixed with just like the weird creatures and everything, and it's just really unique. It's more than just, Hulk breaking stuff. So I don't know how long they'll keep it going. Rumor has issue 50, but I don't know. Okay, so the back tribute art is the same on that one. Next we have the Immortal Hulk. This is like a one-shot. It's called The Threshing Place. So interesting to see what this is. I see it's by Del Mundo, who does more painterly type stuff, which, as you all know, I enjoy. I like how it just kind of gives the comic a premium format, So I'm sure this will tie into the story just as a way to add more insight into Bruce's struggles. And look at this. The back here has a different tribute by Joshua Sway Swaby. Very cool. Yeah, I've got like a month's worth of books here, so hopefully you'll enjoy it. I'm so behind right now. I got the Immortal She-Hulk number 1. This was put in there just because I've been reading Immortal Hulk, so not sure if this has much to do really with the Hulk storyline. She's mostly been doing things in the Avengers book. So, not sure of the reason to suddenly throw an immortal in front of her name. Some pretty good artwork here. John Davis Hunt, I think that's what they said. see an opening credits page. Just going off the cover. But yeah, it looks good. And we've had a lot of emergencies and schedule shakeups and all sorts of things that's gone on in the last few weeks here. I know that Keem messaged me in the comments and was like, hey, you see what happened to Everett Comics? My local shop, someone broke out the window and stole their giant specialty store Batman Funko statue they had in the window. So they're trying to track down who did that and get it back. And shop says, best way to support us during this time, we don't want to GoFundMe or anything. Just come in and buy more stuff. So this trip, when that happened, unfortunately, I had my own financial snafu with the cat that we own. They had to go to the veterinarian, and that's where my money went for that week for books. And yeah, just a whole series of craziness. And then last week, we adopted 4 brand new kittens and had to toilet train them, and it's just been a very busy couple weeks. And then we have new guests who come on a few days, and that's usually when I'm recording. So I've had to move when I record to an even like more obscure time, I guess. And then what I wanted to do for last week's video, stuff did not come in time when I would normally film either. So, but I do have a fun video for that. I acquired a very large lot of older books I can't wait to show off. So this is Spider-Man number 4. This is the J.J. Abrams book. Sorry to not really talk over it too much here. Just kind of sharing where I've been the past few weeks. So, but yeah, this book has been delayed for a long time, but I think it just has one more part after this, and then it should be wrapped. I was checking to see if this had a Bozeman tribute as well. There wasn't one on the back. Hope you're all enjoying the orb here. I think it's pretty nice. Yeah, we have like a mister and stuff, like a D, or I don't know, you put like oils in it, but even that I don't want the water vapors to get on my books or anything. So we have, this is X of Swords creation number 1. So I'm trying to follow the whole story. So committed to the whole 22 parts here. So I'm sure you can guess what the next few things I'm going to show off are going to be here. I love this art though. We definitely get the very foreboding, impending danger from it. I look forward to it. This is one of those things that I haven't read an X-Men crossover in a long time. My favorite kind of recent one was the Messiah Complex. So I think this will be kind of structured like that, since they're just going by like book 1 through 22, even though they're, you know, crossed over in all the different series. And that's how I think a crossover should be done when they're in an ongoing book. It's kind of annoying, but at least it makes it cohesive, you know. Here we go. X of Swords part 2. X Factor number 4. This is a book that series I haven't bought before. So artist is Carlos Gomez on this one. Not even sure if he's the regular artist for that series. But looks like he's doing pretty well here. Yeah, and I guess even if you're late to the game at this time, that you can pre-order the omnibus that will come out right now as well. I think when I was talking to the guy in the shop, he said it's gonna come out in about maybe 6 months. So if you want to wait for the big old book, you can do that. Get a copy now, reserved. Or you can try to hunt down the back issues. So this is Wolverine number 6, part 3 of X of Swords. And I've been curious to want to just buy the ongoing Wolverine book. Who doesn't love Wolverine, right? Ah, Victor Bogdanovic is on this one. I enjoy his stuff quite a bit. He always pops up where I don't expect him to. I think the first time I encountered him was when he was doing the Superman crossover event a while back. We got, looks like Silver Samurai there. That's very cool. I don't know if you can tell, this thing is actually a little moon too. See, it's got little textures on it. But I really enjoy it. Another tribute there. This is by Alida E. Martinez. So this is X-Force number 13. X of Swords number 4. And I'm unfamiliar with that character. You all might know who it is. I feel like the page ones, yeah. So glad I put in the effort to try to see it for you all. It's just text. So yeah, this is Victor as well. I wonder how many chapters he does for the story. Next we have Marauders 13, X of Swords Part 5. And we have Hellions number 5, X of Swords part 6. So it looks like we see someone hatching here. And this artist here is Carmen Carnero. Next we have New Mutants 13, Part 7 of X of Swords. That's a nice opener, look at that. Very serene. Oh yeah, I love this artist here. This is... I know who it is. He did the other series, the mini series here. Ron Rees, or Rice, or however you want to say his name. Yeah, I really enjoy his stuff. It's really nice painterly look. And I'm not sure if he does it digitally or, with physical paint or not. Alright, now we have Cable number 5, Part 8 of X of Swords. Artist on this one is Phil Noto. Young Cable reminds me of the kid from Meet the Robinsons from the future. I'm sure that's not the feeling they want to emote, or evoke rather, when you look at him, but I just can't help but think of that when I see him. That looks pretty jarring there. And we have this book here. I apologize. You may or may not be offended by it. This is the spoof on the Batman Damned miniseries where they showed that. And of course the book was recalled and all that good stuff. So I've been buying these for a while, but this one I couldn't just help to show off because it's just so ridiculous to see that printed on the cover. And yeah, with these, it's more or less they try to reuse images and just put dialogue over them. They're a bit strange. And then they had like to couple them with Doré woodcuts as well. Just very weird. But this way Dave Sim can still write without having to draw, since it's so difficult for him to do that these days with his hand injury. So, and he does have a Kickstarter up. He's already got it finished. It's the Spawn number 10 that I showed off a few weeks ago, which was the first time I ever saw Cerebus. He has redrawn the entire book, and it's in black and white as the other Cerebus books normally are. So he's doing that. So you can check that out. I'll probably leave a link to that below. Yeah, I think it's just $10 for the book itself. Okay. Next, I will show off a couple miscellaneous items here. So as you all know, they had NYCC get canceled because of COVID. Funko did another virtual online convention. So, ordered a few pops from that. Here is the next VirtualCon button, which I don't know if many stores offered it. This came free from a Hot Topic, I believe, when I had ordered. How could I not order the comic book guy? I do love The Simpsons. I don't have any other pops for the line, but I couldn't pass up the comic book guy here. He's got his white glove on. He's putting the book in the sleeve there. He's got his little ponytail in the back, and just, you know, great attention to detail on this thing. I don't plan to really look for any of the others, but I just thought it was fun they made him as a pop, just as he's been a somewhat unfortunate character of us fans of comics and pop culture for quite a while. And unfortunately the box is a bit dinged in spots, but what can you do? I'm just glad I got the pop, because these convention ones are hard to find right now. Then I got the Andre the Giant Fezzik pop here. And yeah, he's got his boulder there and stickers on there. And when I got this, he sold out in like a minute on Amazon. That's where the shared exclusive sticker was. But I didn't know that Inigo Montoya was a pop as well. So I went ahead and got him too, and he's on another shelf. But I just wanted to show off this one here, since he is one of the convention ones. And of course he's a bigger pop than your standard ones, if you can't tell judging by the size of the box. Then this randomly came in. This is the Walmart exclusive What About Bob, with the sailing vest when he's tied to the mast, or I don't know, whatever part of the boat, where he's getting over his fear of sailing by being tied to the boat, screaming, "Look at me, I'm sailing." So got the other two, as you saw in a previous video, so I'm glad to have the full set of all of these. Just a fun movie from the 90s. It's classic Bill Murray, so I'm glad I got that. Let's put this back here. Next, I got a Funko soda of Shredder here. And there is a common as well as a chase. So we will see what we got. And ladies and gentlemen, here you have it. We have the Shredder Arcade Chase. This is kind of like black lightish almost. It's neon colors. Yes, with this it kind of accents it quite a bit. So I gotta find the normal one now, actually. Which is funny because I had the shop hold this for me and I didn't expect to get the rare one. So there's that. And then it's got the little disc in there, which says it's limited to 2,000 pieces. Arcade Shredder. And there he is right there. So now I gotta find the common. So I'd say with this I learned my lesson, and if my shop ever gets more ones I want with chases, I'll probably try to have him pull 2 for me then. Because now I gotta hunt him down. Okay, next I want to show off a Kickstarter from my friend, or Facebook friend, or whatever you want to say. It's written by Chris Tomasma. This is his concept here. He had another artist work on the interiors, Robert Nix. But I did read this whole thing already. I thought it was great. A good start, a good world-building story. The pacing felt better. He had done a full graphic novel this time as opposed to just a single-issue comic. I had previously shown you all the comic he did called Clarity Girl. I'll leave a link to that below. As well as now he has the physical copies of this book available. See, there's Clarity Girl there. That's another character he created. So he's got a link. I'll leave a link to his shop where you can buy a copy of this for yourself. And tell him that I sent you. It's nice to just know when you've got people helping promote your stuff, and it's always a joy whenever you have an online friend who makes something and you get to share in that experience and success with them. So he included a couple stretch goal posters here. This is his actual art style here. And he gets kind of down on himself. I think he's got what I've got, where it's more or less like we're not satisfied a lot with what we draw. We get like imposter syndrome. So, but I love his chibi style and stuff too. But I did enjoy the art in this as well. So I think he chose a great artist. And like I said, I enjoy his take on the character as well, how he draws. So best of luck to Chris. Hopefully you get some more sales your way. I think the book's $20, but and then I lucked out. This is an out-of-print book that normally goes for at least $100, if not more, on Amazon and stuff. And I like to put stuff in my Amazon wish list, and I highly recommend you do that too, because anytime there's a price change, you get to see that immediate change. So normally 100, I got this for around 20, half price listed it. It's in great shape. There's nothing wonky going on with this one. I know I got the Garcia Lopez one. It was like had weird library binding on it and stuff, but so this is 100% just in great condition. There's some of his Freakazoid stuff. A lot of people forget Bruce Timm did Freakazoid too. But it's just fun to see. There's the Mad Love concepts. It's fun to see all the different stuff he's done. Granted, a lot of it here spotlights Batman. And it talks about how he worked on Tiny Toons as well. That's what he worked on prior to Batman. Talks about inspiration and stuff. And I'd like to, like I said previously with the other guy too, I'd like to do a series where I go through these in greater detail. And then it's got some color there. Not too many color images. But nice to have some in there regardless. So and you can find a lot of these through, the company is tomorrows.com, I believe. Yes, right here. And they have all sorts of great books, so I highly recommend them. If you're a comic book historian or you're just interested about a certain artist or what have you, you can go on there and probably find something you're going to like. We got a little promo poster from DC for the Punchline one-shot, which is weird to me. I did not see it for my pre-orders for my shop from Diamond, but hopefully they'll put it in my box because I'm already following all the Batman stuff. So here we go. Here it comes. This is part of my stack of my month's worth of books from my local shop. First we have Fantastic Four. I believe this is number 24. And the main reason I got this was actually for my kid. Not even for the Alex Ross cover, which is fantastic. But I got it because in the back it reprints the Fortnite story that's been digitally on the game. You can read that if you wish. But this printed that full story, and they have a bunch of variants through Marvel right now too, but just figured this would be a nice collector item for him. He absolutely loves this game. So just something kind of cool for him to add to his start of a collection that he has. So yeah, and this is number 24. I was just making sure I got the right issue here. And I'm not sure what's going on with the actual modern, like the regular book here. I haven't picked up Fantastic Four for a while. I've kind of pulled back on most of my Marvel stuff. I had to pick and choose, as you saw, even with just getting the X-Men. Like, that's a huge investment, getting those 22 books, you know. So, but it looks like the art changes a few times here as well. I like this style, very retro. And we even see some X-Men in here. Next we have the Batman Superman Annual. Anything with Mr. Mixia's Pitlick on it is a win for me. He's such a ridiculous character, of course, to be countered by Batmite there. So, oh yeah, we see some toy playing here. I feel like I've seen this artist, but it's been a while. But I could be mistaken. And it looks like we have multiple artists here. These are certainly drawn differently than the previous pages. Oh, look at this panel here, or rather splash page. Next we have Death Metal number 4. This is the Finch variant. Looks like this is a metal version of Darkseid. I like how they whited this out. That's a good technique they used. And then we have the variant here. I believe this is Alex Garner. Very beautifully done. Let me see if I can find out. Yeah, I think that's Superboy Prime. Oh, let's see. Yes, Alex Garner. Yep, that's what I thought. And it did say it was Superboy Prime as well. So, yeah, nice cover. Next we have Deceased number 4. And I suppose this is a reference to the Green Lantern movie poster. Which this was not actually a cover I don't think I wanted, but it's in my box anyway. So I do for the most part, unless I completely can't stand it, I'll just go ahead and purchase the item if it happens. So and it is a nice cover, it's just not one that I specifically sought out. So yeah, Deceased continues to be a non-stop, just over-the-top series that does whatever it wants to do. Granted, like heavy metal does too, but this just does it in a different way. Or death metal, or whatever you want to call it. But I like it. It's a nice change. I gotta motor a bit quicker through this. This is the variant cover that I actually wanted. This is the, I think, Frankavala or whatever his name is, variant. He's done all the other variants as well. Across the line, his are like the zombified covers. Let's see if I can get his name real quick. Nope, I don't know why I can't remember his name. It is Francesco Mattina. So I'm going to get that tattooed on my arm. Next we have Batman number 100, which when I saw this on the shelf, I've been seeing the promotional image where it shows half Joker and half Batman. So I was like, oh no, I want the Joker one too, so I have both sides. What I didn't know is it's one fold out cover, so there it is. And I think this is the climax of the Joker War. So I'll not show too many pages. I think it came out this week too. I'm not 100% certain. As I said, I am behind. Even on my Batman, I think I'm behind on a few of them. But that's that. And then there is the variant there. By the same artist. Would I say Francesco Mattina? I think it's him. I don't see where he signs any of his work. Next we have Batman the Joker War number 1. This is a one-shot, which I'm assuming will focus on these characters on the cover here. Still a nice cover regardless. Look at that shot of the building there. That's cool. They've gone with the more twisted artist for this issue here. I think Gilliam March. Interesting that Joker somehow was able to get Bane chained up. Next is Giant Size X-Men number 1, and this is like a tribute anniversary issue here, which was the start of the modern X-Men way back when, right there. So I think that it's just, I don't know if they did it an anniversary of when the book came out or when these guys passed away. I know that we lost them, I think, a few years ago at least. How could I not check out the tribute to them with this book? I like this art here. It seems like every couple pages is a new artist here. Some more cartoony artist on that page. I'm sure I'm missing people just because there's so much going on in this book. And there's a little write-up in the back too. Multiple pages. Alright. Yeah, it's nice. So I look forward to reading that. Next we have Three Jokers, book number 2. We have the Batgirl cover as well as the Serious Joker cover, which everyone has been waiting for this thing. I think I'll do a reading of part 1 since part 2 is out now, and then probably part 2 and part 3 comes out. So that way, you're encouraged to buy the current book, but you can get caught up with the previous issue. I think that makes sense. But if not, all I can say is I can't say I didn't try, right? So hopefully we can do that. Things are a bit more unique with scheduling. But I certainly look forward to seeing what happens with this book. Oh, that's a little jarring. Apologies if that is a bit disturbing to you. Issue 2 has not been spoiled for me yet, but issue 1, unfortunately, I don't remember which site, but I know someone somewhere gave away the ending of number 1 before I read it. Then we have the greatest hits of Raphael. They're going to do this for all those turtles. So this was a cool cover here. And this is just a series of stories. Looks like 3 of Raph's best stories. Old school here. And then here's a more modern one. Which I don't remember if this is actually in a previous book or not. I feel like it could be. And then there's the final art style there. And then next is Donnie. Savage Dragon 252, and the main reason I got this is it's just kind of a little tribute book to other comics. A typical Savage Dragon reader. See a Family Circus nod here. And Peanuts. Oh yeah, so it looks like every page is a different tribute, yeah. I show off the full thing. There's a Calvin and Hobbes one. there's a little bit of a just regular story in the back. Next we have Spawn 310. I could have sworn they did a tribute to Chadwick Boseman on this cover too, with Spawn. Chad dressed as Spawn, but I don't know. But yeah, this is just continuing on as all the others have. It looks like there's a different artist on it that hasn't been on it in a while. But it looks good. It's very gritty, which we have come to expect from this series. I think I gotta push through the next ones here, so I'm not even gonna rebag them as I go. We have Arkham Dreams number 4. This continues. Stuff with the Max and Batman, which it's been a while since a new issue of this came out. I don't know if this is the conclusion or not, but we have the Multiverse's End. That's an interesting character there. It seems more cartoony than a typical book here. Okay. This is Detective 1028. Nice Lee Bermejo cover. So glad they got him to do all these variants. Absolutely love his work. And I don't think this is Joker War anymore. Yeah, it just looks like a brand new story here. So, Nicholas Scott on this one. Okay. Possibly a new villain in there too. Next we have Snake Eyes, Dead Game number 2 by Liefeld. I guess we'll show a few pages. I just know I'm gonna get pinched on time. There's that. We have the new Rorschach mini-series or maxi-series of the Jay Lee cover there. I've been hearing good things about this, so we'll see how that goes. Next is Batman Adventures Continue, number 6, I think. Oh, number 5. And I think there's a few more issues to this one still, and then it'll be done. And then there's the Paula Rivera variant. The Joker fish on there. Love it. Ink Blot number 2. This is just something totally different that my shop put part 1 in my box, and I took a chance on it. It's not too bad. Justice League 54. This is a metal tie-in. I'm just going to go through the last few with the covers here. I think Young Justice number 19. Superman number 26. This is a great cover here. Captain America number 26, I believe. This is the Alex Ross variant. Let's see if I'm right on the number. Oh, 24, okay. Which, it's okay. I changed the artist on here. It looks like I do like this artist. I forget his name. He used to do a lot back in like 2010 and stuff. And the Red Skull is back, which is always welcome to have his greatest foe in there. Let's see. Where is the artist? It's really not show. Oh, Daniel Acuna. And we got, I already showed this prior, but I wanted to get the Gabriel Dell'Otto variant. Very cool. I'm grabbing Scarecrow. And then the Lee Bermejo Detective 1027 cover 2 with the old layered on the new here. Couldn't resist that one. And then I'm super glad that I found this here. The trade of this, I think, is almost like $200 and something on Amazon right now. And this was a transition into the new Batman animated series comics, which they made into, I think it was a 2-part episode on the actual WB show. But used to own this, glad I own it again. They just reprinted this in a kind of a smaller format book featuring Nightwing. It's this and then issue 1 of the Gotham Knight Adventures. But I'm glad I got that, and it was only $25. Picked up the Tick Karma Tornado. One of the few Tick series I didn't have the complete run of. So I'm glad to have this. This was like the second ongoing story for the Tick. So I was missing about 5 or so issues, I think, from this run. So glad I have it so I can read things chronologically. And I got the Terminator Burning Earth. This was Alex Ross's first comic book work he ever did. So kind of interesting just to see where he's come from. His earlier work is definitely a lot more gritty, darker, which is definitely the tone of the series. Of course, the favorite Easter egg here. Alex Ross had issues with this company. I don't think they paid him correctly or something, or there was some sort of behind-the-scenes issues. So if you look on this cover here, he hid an insult to the company. It says, "Now Comics blows." So you see there, it's backwards. So nice little Easter egg there. And then I'm so excited. The Animorphs graphic novel part 1 has finally come out. It's by Chris Grine, another guy I follow on Facebook. Glad that I've been checking this stuff out for years. Highly recommend this if you loved Animorphs. Come on. Of course you're going to buy this. So, very cool. I can't wait to read it. I hope you all pick it up too. So they'll continue to make them. But that's that. And that's going to be it for me. So make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share this thing out. Let me know what what you want to see. And as always, you have a super slumber. Thanks. Bye.